On the movie thing, did you see Tarantino gave an interview about his top films and he ripped on Paul Dano? I'll read what he said.
Crazy, bro.
He was, I guess he was giving his favorite movies of the last 25 years or something. And number 5 was There Will Be Blood. And he said, Daniel Day-Lewis, the old style craftsmanship quality to the film. It had an old Hollywood craftsmanship without trying to be like that. It was the only film he's ever done, and I brought it up to him, that doesn't have a set piece. The fire is the closest to a set piece. This was about dealing with the narrative, dealing with the story, and he did it fucking amazingly. There Will Be Blood would stand a good chance at being number 1 or 2 if it didn't have a big giant flaw in it. And the flaw is Paul Dano. Obviously, it's supposed to be a two-hander, but it's also drastically obvious that it's not a two-hander. Dano is weak sauce, man. He is the weak sister. Austin Butler would have been wonderful in that role. He's just such a weak, uninteresting guy. The weakest fucking actor in SAG. Laughs.
All right. I don't think he's the weakest actor in SAG, but I agree with every single other thing he said. And I also would have ranked it the same way he does. It's in my top 25 for the last 25 years, too. It's one of my favorites ever. It's probably my top 10 favorite movies. It's incredible. I watch it every 3 years, so it's fresh. I love it. But Paul Dano, from the first viewing to my latest viewing, I always think, well, he's not a real threat. He never feels like the equal of what's his name's character?
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Daniel Day-Lewis's character. He never feels like his foil. Like they're one of them is a fully grown, physically imposing, very crafty businessman who's been here before and done this all before, and he proves several times that he can physically dominate Paul Dano. Paul Dano only has this one little thing he can hold over Daniel Day-Lewis for this one moment when they have the I abandoned my boy, I abandoned my son. Like, he has that moment, and it's like in that one moment, Paul Dano manipulates him, makes him dance. But then the movie's 3.5 fucking hours long, and Paul Dano has 5 minutes of lording over Daniel Day-Lewis, and the rest of the movie is Daniel Day-Lewis fucking big dick in it, murdering people, like becoming a 19.
Yeah, he was cool.
Dude. He's a billionaire in 1902 or some shit. Like he's
I am going to take your oil because you are a gay and it belongs to me. This is my son.
I think Paul Dano is a tremendous actor. I just don't think that was a good role for him because, like, I love him in the Batman. I can't think of his whole filmography right now, but everything I see him in,
A Little Miss Sunshine.
Really like. Yeah,
that movie had a different actor cast in the role, and I think I brought this up on a past episode a long time ago. I was saying about I had done Meisner acting classes like back in the day. And Meisner acting was you did like repetition where you would repeat with someone something stupid like, oh, your hat is blue. My hat is blue. Your hat is blue. My hat is blue. And when there's no script, all that's left is
blue.
Yeah, exactly. You get this back and forth going. And that is like a way to, if you're good at it, you can take what's being given to you and turn it into a good performance. The guy, there was an actor before Paul Dano that was playing that role, and he couldn't stop watching Daniel Day-Lewis in the scene. Daniel Day-Lewis stunk on set. He was the guy. He lived that life. He fully went into it. Like he literally stunk on set, and he was, I thought, killing it the whole movie, like fucking destroying it. So if you're in the room, and I actually being on set with Austin Butler myself, actually, in Yoga Hosers way back in the day, a couple years back.
That's right up there for me.
He was not. I'll have you know, Austin Butler was on set, but he was not anyone to me. I don't know who this guy was, and I had my scene, and I was just hanging out on set, and he starts talking, and when you hear someone who's like a good actor act live there, it sounds so different from other people's performance. I've been on so many sets with bad acting just because, like, I'm a YouTuber. Everyone's a shit actor there, and you're always trying to do these big things. So you act and you hear it. So I was in this movie, and it was a lot of amateur actors, and it was their first time, and some people are one way or whatever. And just hearing him, though, this is a guy that was literally way beyond everyone. And I turned right away to Kevin Smith. my good buddy. And I was like, who the fuck is this guy? And he was doing a Canadian guy.
And I said, why'd you make Dogma, you fat idiot?
My brother-in-law is
Dogma was
friends with
sick.
Kevin Smith. That's my claim to fame.
But I was like, who is this guy? He's like, yeah, he's great, eh? And I was like, and I went up to him. I was like, how did you nail that? Like that Canadian accent? He was like, oh, I watched Fubar over and over again for a couple of weeks. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that movie, but it's a good one. If you haven't, you'd enjoy it. And he fucking killed it. But he was way beyond. And so I could just imagine being on set. Daniel Day-Lewis stinks, and he's doing that acting thing where it's really good acting, and you're in the room. And it's directed at you. Like that guy from 1901 is fucking ripping into you, and you have to still be your role. That's hard. Paul Dano had like 2 weeks to prepare for the role, but he is apparently a Meisner trained actor. So he's able to.
What does Meisner trained mean? Is that a school?
Explained earlier that.
Yeah, it's like a school. Like it's like instead of like method where you would become the character, you just kind of exercise your acting muscle, which is not your head, it's your heart, your gut, and your crotch. Like those dictate. Like you can't think of a line. If you were to go deliver a line in a audition or something, and you thought about how to deliver the line, and in shows they'll stand in front of the mirror and deliver the line. Deliver the line. Deliver the line, but that doesn't matter.
These pretzels are making me. One mind, dude.
So it depends on what's given to you. Like what you're given is how you'll respond, and you'll know better at that time based on your acting muscle. So someone who's good at it, if a really good actor is acting at you, it's quote unquote giving you gold, and you could deliver that back. You could withstand that. So I think they purposefully got a Meisner trained actor for the role, because they're like, fuck, everyone's gonna get blown away. So imagine like an anime. I know you guys aren't gay, but imagine an anime when they're like, oh, his aura, it's so powerful, I could barely stand. Then the guy's like,
it's embarrassing to hear you say that.
I'm a gay man, but I'm allowed.
You are a gay man. You're gay as hell. So you're allowed. Dude, but fucking Tarantino was wrong on this, because I just checked. Austin Butler is my age, and There Will Be Blood was made in 2007. So I was 16. There's no way a 16-year-old.
Well, that's the character's age.
By the way, Austin Butler
actually have a 16-year-old in that position if you want to seem imposing whatsoever to Daniel Day-Lewis. And I disagreed with what you said about Paul Dano. I thought he was awesome.
Yeah, he was.
I thought he was excellent in that movie.
I think it's crazy to pick on him for that role. That was weird.
I think it's ridiculous too. I like Daniel Day-Lewis in that. Obviously, he steals the show, but Paul Dano provides an adequate foil to me. Like his sinister, underhanded, subversive nature, masquerading as high-handed moral, like a moral guy. Like it.
I like. It was written really well, but he. I just never saw. Look, I liked him and I like his performance there, but. If you go by Tarantino's take that this is supposed to be a two-hander, that it's supposed to be this versus that, and they're supposed to be each other's foil, each other's like enemy, and be equal, they're just not. Yeah. Like Daniel Day-Lewis is way like at no point do you think that Paul Dano was going to get it over
early on before he's made a foothold in that community to drill. Mm-hmm. Paul Dano wields a lot more power, but once he gets that initial foot in the door, I agree with you that Dano's power is far diminished. And
because you see that like Daniel Day-Lewis's character will kill for what he wants. Like he no bones about it. He will shoot you and bury you in the woods, like because that's what he does.
Dude, I was looking up quotes from this movie.
Like, I want for no one else to succeed.
Daniel Plainview is one of the most brutal people I've ever heard speak, and he's so articulate and perfect.
He says, do you remember this one where he's like,
you slithered out of your mother's filth.
No.
I should have put you in a glass jar on the mantelpiece. Where were you when Paul was sucking on your mother's teat? Where were you? Who was nursing you, poor Eli? One of Bandy's sows? That land has been had. Nothing you can do about it. It's gone. It's had.
It's like it rules. Like, you're right that every time they're in a scene together, it's like, dude, this feels like Daniel Day-Lewis teaching someone how to act. But that's how every scene with that guy feels. Like,
I don't know.
he's
You watch
great.
Gangs of New York when he's across DiCaprio. I feel like they're both running that shit. Although, like, Jesus,
I don't
I
think
love
DiCaprio
Leonardo
is
DiCaprio a
he's-
lot. He's one of my favorites for a long, long time. You know who's really, and I also love Jake Gyllenhaal a lot. I think he's a great actor.
Yeah.
I love John Bernthal.